yeah, so I definitely can't spell. If you guys have seen my do I have music going on in the background? Oh, hang on. I'm popped up somewhere else. Where am I popped up at? I have no idea. Maybe I have it playing in the background on purpose. Not 100% sure. Oh well. I ain't even worried about it. I ain't even worried about it. I ain't worried about it. What's up, everybody? It is your boy B Hump from the old. It's your boy B Hump from the old. Hello, Heathens Paranormal. What is good? How's it going? Hope you guys are having a great day. The Hump House, yes sir, it's the Hump House. 'Twas my Discord. I think I got rid of that bad boy. It happens. What are we even on? I don't even know where chat's on. Is that Twitch? Let's find out. Oh hey, what's up? I see people over here in the Discord. That's dope. What's up, people? Oh, not Discord. What the flip am I talking about? On the old Twitch. I don't know why my Twitch work isn't, I can't believe I can't spell, bro. I mean, I'm not surprised that I, can't spell. I'm generally not surprised that I can't spell, you know? Because it be like that. I can't spell, and that's fine. But I'm gonna throw this out here and get my shit rolling. But that's good. How's everybody's day going? Who are you talking to? And this is why he didn't want to call Katie. That's exactly why he didn't want to call Katie. I appreciate the coins. I don't know how everything's working. I don't think anything pops up over here. I can't really... Can I pull up my studio? Thought I was already... Is this going to kick me off if I go? You know what? Pause. We're going to do this old school. We're going to pull up my TikTok. On the old interweb. Because we're gangster like that. But I hope everybody's having a swell day, a fantastic day, a day of rest. Okay, there it is. That way I can pull up my TikTok. So I can see the TikTok, and I can see the Twitch down there. Yeah, there we go. I appreciate the likes. So my boy over here at Spectral is waiting to fix the old Asher Walton house. How'd the fan fall off? That's the question. How did the fan fall off? There's a hot cowboy hat with a mustache, but that's a different story. Trying to find a beard gift, by the way. I told my wife to crochet me a beard. I mean, I can always put a face cover on. I know I'm beardless. I know. Someone pulled the chain to that. What the? But even then, it shouldn't have fell. That means it was improperly mounted. Mounted. That's dope. It's old. Old stuff is fragile. It is, but man, what you calling 30 years old? How old is that fan? That fan can't be more than like 20. Oh, does this button work?
It's Leviosa. Leviosa. Stop.
I hope you guys heard that. I hope, because that shit was funny. Leviosa. Oh, appreciate the heart. Appreciate you becoming part of the Hump House. We're gonna call it the Hump House. Hump House, yep, Hump House. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the hearts. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate that. But yeah, we're just chilling. I'm going to do some, so you know that stuff. You know that stuff. That stuff that we paranormal investigators love / dread doing. Dude, I can't. How do you guys look at? I can see why there's not very many people in here. You can't look at me with this mug, bro. Like, I'll fake it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy B Hump. You may have to do the same. Oh, go live or fix a fan. That one thing, that was one time. Yeah. But yeah, we're just chilling. I figured I'd go live a little bit and say what's up. Because, you know, it's probably the only way I go through video. Sometimes the old lady comes, you know, joins me in the lives, but a lot of the times I'm just doing it myself. Oh, dude, I got like a. I'm gonna switch, dude. I'm dreading this camera now, then, because I have a second camera over here. Let's see what it looks like. What is it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh well. We'll just push the button over here. Yeah. Look, that bad boy shows my triple chin down there. Oh man. So, going through the body cam footage of the Randolph County Asylum is what we're going to do. Oh snap. Going with the live. Money. I was throwing out the she's going ham. Malone going ham. Maloney, but I'm not gonna call you Maloney Baloney. That's mean. Going ham with the freestyle. I don't freestyle. With the oldie, I am old. And the puff. Pass. You know? Appreciate you. But yeah, we're just going through some footage. Hope you can hear it. Let me know. If not, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's check the old Twitch real quick. Let's see about in here. Ain't nobody in here. Ain't nobody go to Twitch. Who the hell goes to Twitch anymore? I can't hear shit. What just happened?
Close the door.
Appreciate you. Oh, that's... I'm gonna try not to. I need new headphones. That's what I need. I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It might get too loud. We're gonna find out. I got that shit volume all the way up. I see you, Daily Hermetic. Just walking, not talking. You might hear my wife and I argue. Not argue, but like bicker back and forth. Oh, this is getting set up for the old seance. What's this? You know what this is. So Randolph County.
What the fuck was that?
Rewind.
What the f-
Oh!
What the fuck was that?
Oh! Did you hear that?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, bad words got me filtered. Got me filtered again. But did you guys hear that? Or am I just a tweaking? Well, I see you, Delu, over there. I see you in there. What's up, bro? Is that Scream? Or am I? I gotta figure out how to make this even louder. Hang on. Hang on, chat. We're gonna. Okay, see? Somebody else heard it. I want to hear shit. Okay, it's 100%. Yeah. Let's try this. Hey, Kelsey. Really, right during the thing? I'm gonna let her listen to it.
What is this?
Randolph County.
Okay. Hey, we actually caught it on camera. It was you.
What's it? Why would I scream? I can't go that high. Unless Matt blew the, unless that was Daily Hermetic blowing the fucking death whistle.
Well, that's why after I heard it, because I heard it, I like audibly when I was walking through, I heard it, and when I came up to you guys, I was like, "Was that you?" And you were like, "Yeah."
Oh, then yeah, that was, never mind. As I was. I forgot that's when we did the death whistle. My bad. Mark that one off. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, you would. Pause. Daily. Are you okay with me posting this or streaming this? Thank you for the teddy sweats. The sweaty teddy. Thank you. Oh yeah. Okay. Just making sure. I'm just making sure. Because I think this whole entire SD card is the seance.
Is it my camera?
Mm-hmm. Look who's come to join. You coming to join? Guys, I also need 2 sets of headphones and a speaker. But most likely, I need 2 sets of headphones or a headphone jack with 2 ports, so that way I can use 2 headphones. Good luck getting in here.
So I was like, you need to move some shit.
Well, all the paranormal stuff is behind me because it's out of the way. Oh! Appreciate the stars. Oh, it's Jen. Hi, Jen. Appreciate it.
This freaking corner's tight, sorry.
Toy.
Toy.
Toy like a toy guy. Appreciate the name. Shouts out Lindsay Maloney.
Can you play it on the speaker too so I can hear?
What? What speaker? I know have speakers. That's why I said I need 2.
Okay, I'll just look for ghosts.
That's why I said I need 2 sets of headphones.
You listen, I'll just look for ghosts.
And that's why I said I need 2 sets of headphones. And a double headphone jack. Because if not, you're just going to be listening to me go. Got a cat jet. Love you, Daily.
So I need to work on positioning my camera better.
Probably. since there's nobody on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you call that. Hey, some Chinese ghost. It's literally a book. Some Chinese ghost. Don't cancel me. Oh, there you go. Alright, Jen, there we go. I can see you. I got you. I hope y'all can hear. I can't really. Where's your phone? Where's your phone at? Okay. That's fine. She's whispering.
It's because I try to hear things.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying if it's freaking crooked the entire time.
Well, you see,
When it's sitting on a titty.
look at when it's sitting on the chest. Look, it's snowing. Oh, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, there's a hole in that window.
I was like, oh, there's somebody standing out. It's a hole.
Broken.
There's a hoe.
Definitely noting for that next time. Position right here in the center of the belly. Yeah.
Possibly. Honestly, so cold that night.
It's fucking freezing.
What was colder? What was colder? Post Town or Randolph?
Without a
Oh, and I'm being picked on for not having a beard. Jared's like, I'm trying to find a bearded GIF or gift so it'll cover your face. I was like, I told my wife to crochet me a beard. I was like, I can cover my face. What's up, guys? Don't worry, we're hearing the same thing right now. With some slight sniffles. Just like that.
sniffles and walking.
And you can't even hear your footsteps.
I was trying to be as quiet, but I felt like those floors were so like.
But they were sticky and
like stuck to them, and they just made so much noise.
the paint.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can't hear it in the. Yeah, you literally can't hear
I
it.
was trying to walk quietly.
No, negative. This isn't Blackford County. This is Randolph County. Randolph County. And the latency on Facebook is wild. Because, like, I'm not even moving yet. TikTok latency is pretty bad. Twitch isn't so bad. Sorry. Hi, Jen. Oh. 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 Okay, there we go. We're back. Oh, dude, you can hear it every time I could chew. That's weird. Need a new mic. And I think you rolled, or were rolling, all the time. Like, even hanging out in here, you were rolling.
Is this when Matt was setting up?
Yeah, this was him setting up the circle. Not even close. It's only 9 o'clock. Oh, hey, the beds.
You get the shit scared out of me.
By what? Yourself?
No, so one of those rooms up there, when you open up the door, like the closet, literally has a doll freaking hanging in it, and it's.
That's a clip. Make sure we clip.
Well, I don't know how dramatically I reacted, but it.
Daddy!
It scared the
HB,
shit
knock
out
it
of
off. HB, what's up, HB? Every time.
Daddy?
Daddy? No,
It's not Daddy.
I'm not bearded anymore.
Yeah, was it that? No, was it that? I think it was the last, like the furthest room on the right.
Appreciate the like. I'm good, man. We're just going through some photo footage, behind the scenes photo evidence of Randolph County. It's our body cam footage. This one's my wife's camera. You didn't go out there?
There was birds out there.
There were birds?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared and I walked right out of there. Walked right out there. We're like, oh, this is nice. That was the closet. You didn't say shit. You just...
Very calm. No. That's some white people shit. Nope. Not messing with the dolls.
This is white people shit. Oh, this place is haunted? Let's go look at it.
Let's go explore.
Let's go explore this abandoned building.
Yeah, that is white people shit. This was my solo before my solo.
The solo before the solo. I don't even know what I was doing.
You guys were just going out and like, I'm just gonna wander.
That's generally what Jared, Nate, and I do. We just goof off. We didn't find ourselves locked in a location, like stuck in a spot, though. Usually we go get ourselves, like, stuck in a room or hiding in a hole, throwing rocks, talking smack. You know, that's how we do. That's what we be do. you guys get a nice little exploration of
Yeah, the inside of it.
the inside of Rent. See, the behind the scenes. There's a hole. There's a shit ton of coffee in there. Like literally the pods. They have like Keurig cups. Like
I'm just hoping I fixed my camera.
opening the employee's fridge.
Yeah, I literally like close it. This is the fridge. So I'm like, where the fuck is my drink?
Oh, there's a white monster in there? Bruh. That one says employee refrigerator.
Let's use our eyeball skills here.
Guest. Employee. It's on the board.
That was my first time in the kitchen. Oh, they don't listen to me.
Mommy, chill. I can't wait to see that one. I'll go back and clip that one. I didn't show you going like this. Just me doing this. Huh?
She wants to go play with Ellie.
Okay. Okay, love you.
Oh, it says so.
She's just enjoying the cold, checking out the snow,
Getting some fresh air.
some fresh air, even though it's already cold in there.
It was a pretty night though. Despite the scary storms and
The freezing frigid temperatures, 100% was cool. Dude, Jen, how was Sam and Colby's elementary school? If you're still checking me out. They just went to like Iowa
Yeah.
or Idaho. One of the, I can't remember. One of the I's. Good. We got a couple good audio clips. Heck yeah.
Hey, come here.
Oh. Overall, cool. That's dope. Worth going back?
Slime kennel. My finger smashed in between my closet door and the regular door, and
Did you pinch it? Yeah.
and part right here is bleeding, and part
It's
of it
bleeding?
just has like mark.
You okay?
I pooped.
Just mooch it.
Okay, you can
Well, yeah.
just let me kiss me.
Do you have it pointing out or in towards the? Oh. Gotcha. Oh, Jared.
A wild Jared. Not worth going back. Oof.
Where'd they get Sam and Colby's elementary school?
Yeah. So
Sam and Colby
yes,
destinate,
like Sam and Colby.
Yeah.
Yes, they own a elementary school, and yeah,
Not that haunted.
her daughter wanted to go, and so they went and booked an investigation, and apparently not worth going back.
I hate that.
That does suck, but
As long as you had fun.
as long yeah.
Time together.
But that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like an elementary school, like how bad can it be? Depending on how old the elementary school is.
Pretty bad, dude.
Depending on how old the school is, I get it. But like my old elementary school, 100% probably like I would say the scariest school I've ever been to. It was in Gas City, in Jonesboro. It was called J.C. Knight. Like, it was. The building is so old.
You went almost 8 hours. Oh my god, Jed.
That's
For such a disappointing.
Where'd my chat go? There.
You're wearing matcha colors? Cool.
Colored socks.
Nice.
Have matcha socks.
Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. But like the school was so
Love
old
you, baby.
that they basically had to build
Have
on.
fun, be safe.
They built on like a whole new section to the school because there was so much apparently stuff going on or that happened in the school.
Like poltergeist stuff?
Or we may or may not have had a couple incidences of I guess what happened to like life per se of taking in the school.
I mean, you have that, you have assaults, you have...
Like I'd have to find a picture of my old school. Let's see if I can find it real quick while you guys are listening. Yeah, so 7.5 hour one way. Ugh, and it's not bad. No recorded history. No one knows why it's haunted. She said, but it's not bad. Not worth 7.5 hours.
14-hour drive.
Yeah, not a 14-hour drive haunted. Permanently closed because it's now like a residential residence. Yeah, that's the school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that school was built. Let's see here, J.C. Knight School, Jonesboro. They after 1977, the newer wings.
But I'm like, some older schools, especially like Catholic schools and stuff.
Yeah, J.C. Knight. So the janitor. There was also in the same spot where he died, a cheerleader was murdered. At night, you shine your light into the gym, into the door hallway, or you'll see it. Yeah, that's because how it used to go is you had the old school, and then basically where it used to go down into the basement, that's where the gymnasium was built onto, in the new part of the building. And so in order to get to the old part of the school, you had to go down into the basement and then back up. I'm trying to remember when the school was built.
I feel like they're fighting.
Who? Okay.
Nyla and Ellie.
Probably.
I think there's some power dynamic going on. What is going on?
Some power dynamic.
Like they're both very animatedly
Anim
talking with their hands.
No idea. But I'm trying to. When was that school built?
Oh, she's pointing at.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, she's pointing at Sissy and Casey.
Makes sense.
So, well, I told her, I was like, if they start talking like that, you're truly to leave them alone.
That's why the school. That's why the cheerleader. And then he took his.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what you expect to happen at a freaking school.
I'm trying to think. It should have been. Oh, they demolished it. Boo. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to. Jonesboro was founded in 18. The school. The 1880s. Burnt down. Replaced in 1903. So yeah, it was. Well, yeah, that's the original. And then they basically modeled it in a way. Oh, that's butts. Yeah, that was my old elementary school. That's the new part. That's the gym. And there's a door, there's a cellar connecting the two. So we're like I said, like if you go outside, it has the little.
Yeah.
That was inside the gymnasium. So to get into like the storage area, you'd go down and then back up. But you could always get into the front door. But yeah, that's the old school, man. It would have, dude. It did. It creeped us all out. It's like it was only. I was like, oh, I was only there for the fifth grade. But yeah, it was. That was a.
It's just that kind of architecture. It's just a very like ominous.
I have to share it tonight. We're at Olive Garden right now. Olive Garden. I need some breadsticks and some salad.
And some soup. Ooh.
You want to go to, babe? You want to go to Olive Garden?
Well, no, I can make zuppa myself.
We don't have potatoes.
Make zuppa soup.
We don't have kale.
We're the gnocchi soup.
Or the gnocchi. So yeah, sorry guys, this is what I'm saying. This was my old elementary school.
That literally looks like the school from freaking like Matilda.
It dude.
That's probably what. It just has like the you go there to be tortured vibes.
Hey, let me get a better picture. Ah, well, looks like we're just gonna. No, don't show pictures. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Search. We'll just go back to ghost sightings. See if I could pull up a better picture. Nobody has picture. Whoop. Sleep apnea. That did not look right. Yeah, I didn't trust that. We're gonna go back this way. We're just gonna pretend that wasn't a thing. Yeah. Okay, we're back. Everybody's back. Alright, sorry. Okay, so let's see here. She said it's not bad. No recorded history. I think I got an audio of the principal and Miss Martin. I'll try to... Oh, yeah, Olive Garden. Boop. Yeah, we're back.
We're refocused.
I think I'm back there, out there, and they're just yelling. talking shit like I normally do. Sorry. Mandy got me.
I named it Jared because it literally looks like me. Like the hair. I didn't realize it had a name, but I was like, it's Jared to me.
Yeah, her name is Mandy.
Like the hair, it was Jared.
Honestly, we can probably do this.
No. How do you know we didn't catch any ghosts?
Because it was nothing but us talking. You ain't gonna hear a ghost.
Oh, is it hard to hear things when people are conversing and making noise?
If there's a bunch of people,
Difficult?
if there's a bunch of people around. See, this is why I made that TikTok post.
No. Listen, I just think there's a time and a designated space for speaking.
Nope. Alright. We're good now, guys. We're good. We're kosher, chat. We're kosher.
Again, I think you skipped over like 3 ghosts.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Maybe I did. We just walked it. I'm just. We're trying to see why the devices are going off.
Is he supposed to have troubleshooting? When really that's just where Dap or whatever was standing. He's just chilling in that corner. Fucking with us the whole time.
Again, Jen, thanks for the stars. I was watching listening to a guy talk about the cat balls and how they're just junk. But he's justifying spending money on expensive equipment.
Well, I mean,
Just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's good.
that's true. We know that firsthand.
Yeah, we know
But
that.
I don't know that we've had really any experience. Like, we've never had anything actually
Happened with the cat balls.
Cat balls. They're nice in theory, but there's not people standing in the doorway the entire way down the hall.
And Jen, if you're just now hearing this message, the latency on Facebook is wild. That's why I'm not responding right away. I'm sorry. It's The Office. That's the tune you hum all the time. Some spread.
Yeah, it's The Office. Fuck. It's gonna look like I'm praying all night.
Yeah.
Because I have the heaters in my hand.
Jump scare. Sorry, guys, we're going through some technical difficulties. I want breadsticks. Or that prosciutto sandwiches. Yeah, with the lemon arugula and
Prosciutto. I thought you said bruschetta.
no prosciutto.
Go get croissant. And prosciutto. And parmesan.
Might as well.
Basically everything for that.
Basically all the ingredients.
Well, it's 6:30, so. It was you.
What?
We were trying to figure out why it kept beeping, and then you moved and it stopped. Well, that's not the same. You're like, I was debating if I was ballsy enough to do it without my light, and he goes, oh, we can do that. It's not the same. She's not by herself. Hi, why don't you guys tell me my shit wasn't working? You guys are just listening to dead silence. Yeah, I can't believe you guys didn't tell me that. My stuff wasn't working. You guys couldn't hear a damn thing. And y'all were letting it happen.
Why does the camera look so weird all of a sudden?
What?
You gonna sit in a circle?
Oh,
I'm gonna have the exact amount of chairs at the table. So Nathan's gonna sit out. Okay.
What was my chair, guys?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Can I sit at the table?
You're more than welcome to. I was gonna say, if you want to get your dowsing rods or
No.
anything else to participate in all this, you are more than welcome to. I was telling Jared and Nathan, I've had people get up and leave before. So I understand this isn't for everybody. You want to look at the dead? Oh, I left it at home. Oh, that book. Oh, you're talking about that book.
I have a copy.
You have it with you?
No.
I was talking about the dead, the book of names.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were like
Yeah.
being like all Bruce Campbell here and stuff. But this is my boomstick. All right, so we're going to start off by saying Klaatu Verata Niktu to get the energy moving in here.
Klaatu. Veratu.
The way he got you to say Klaatu, Verata, Nick, and I'm just, as soon as he said it, I started giggling as I was walking down the hall. I was like, dude, he's just fucking with you.
Boy, it took me a second. I'm like, wait.
That was the funniest thing ever. He just got you to quote Evil Dead 2.
I wasn't paying like full attention when he said it either, so I was literally like what were the words? What was that?
And it's exactly how he did it when he was in the cemetery. Like,
Yeah, I.
Swap that out. Swap that out for the one that's going goofy over there.
We can, and then put
And then
that one.
starts getting weird. We know it's
Yeah.
the environment.
yeah, as soon as I come back, he's sitting down. He's like, all right. You're like, what do I say? And I was like, babe, he's fucking with you. That shit was funny.
Well, I didn't know if he actually had he was talking about all his mod. I didn't know if he had a mantra he wanted me to say.
I'm excited.
That was so funny.
Usually I have the stuff like on my board and everything, but I've never made a circle
Yeah.
this extensive before.
Buzz, look, an alien.
Maybe there. I mean,
That's what I said.
like maybe there's just something there. I put ours over there.
It's something about this corner, dude. It's not that device we swapped.
Yeah, we swapped them.
So it's something with
I'm just gonna.
Jared, are you going to be sitting in the circle or outside of it?
I was probably just gonna kind of stay in outside. I might wander a bit.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, that's fine. I'm just getting the exact amount of chairs at the table.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wander.
Lonely. Well, Yeah, it's.
Because I will be focused on the board, do you want to look into the mirror? You want to?
Yes. Yes, I do. Okay.
I can't
So
have
what?
all
Okay.
the flat
What was
paper.
the saying? You gotta say it for me again.
Klaatu.
Klaatu.
Necktie.
Verata.
Don't listen to him. Klaatu, Verata, necktie, nickel, or nectar. All are appropriate.
Klaatu. Verrecti.
I thought you were being sarcastic until you were saying that.
Ooh, this is my first time scrying. Should I have what? What? Oh my gosh. Veractude. What? Oh my. Should I have what? What? Oh my gosh. Veractude.
Go ahead, Kelsey, say it. Klaatu, Verata. Fuck, I said it wrong.
Klaatu Verictus necktie. Should I have it going down? Should I sit over there so it's at the hallway?
You know what? Yeah, because the cameras are this way.
That's-
Let's turn it. Yeah, let's turn the table so that way we're getting a side profile of both of us from the cameras instead of our backs.
And that way I'm also viewing things coming into the room. Boop.
And I wasn't anticipating having a book of actual names of people that died here, so I'm going to have to think at a time and during the ritual to have you start naming off the names. I just don't know how I'm going to incorporate
Well,
that
or
yet.
if you get letters, I mean, it's alphabetical too, which is kind of nice, so.
Take over, I gotta pee.
If I draw a cup, I honor the soup by taking a sip of the coffee.
Hello?
Do we have an audience here today?
You're welcome to join us. Why isn't this turning on? I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but this is not working. Oh, got it. Recording. Okay. Yeah, just let me do another thing.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is recite a mantra called the Invocation of Thoth. And what this is a mantra to basically raise the energy in the room, raise the energy of the participants, try to raise our energy so it attracts lower vibrational entities to come towards us. Just not break the threshold of the plane of the circle. So, Thoth of Moon, ignite our mind. Sacred wisdom is aligned. Word of script in hidden flame, write our power in your name. Scribe divine of cosmic art, carve your sigil in our heart. By lunar current, ink and breath, I master life and conquer death. Ancient quill of hidden fire, fuel my spell and lift it higher. Ibis watcher, silent seer, clear my sight and draw truth near. Will is focused, mystic flame. I raise my field in Hermes' name, sacred rhythm, sacred tone. I claim my soul as my own, from root to crown, vibration streams. I amplify beyond all dreams, nothing rests, all things rise. I tune my soul to higher skies. Hermetic law, the all is mind. My higher states are now aligned. Through vibration, I ascend. Lower currents meet their end. And this is to hopefully draw the spirits in, also to activate the obsidian scrying mirrors. O Anubis, silent and wise, bring the dead where the altar lies. Guardian thresholds keep, wake the souls from restless sleep. Wearer of hearts, steady and true, open the path they travel through. Master of crossing, firm and still, guide the spirits by hermetic will. Shadow Lord of desert breath, carry them through gates of death. Anubis, hear this sacred plea, escort the dead in sovereignty.
Excuse me.
Obsidian womb of starless flame, blackened gate without a name, I call you now by sealed command. Open the veil by my demand. By intent of iron mind, made still, no wandering shade may bend my will. Let hidden currents coil and rise, yet bow before these watching eyes. No parasites, no false disguise, no whisper born of cunning lies. Only what lingers, bound to place. Step forward and show your unseen face. That is all the mantras to try to get the atmosphere to resonate with the spirits. The opening of the asylum gates for Randolph County. By earth and bone, by ash and stone, by those forgotten and left alone, by hermetic law and measured breath, speak your story beyond your death. Unmarked sleepers beneath this land, hear my call and understand. By mind and measure, by hidden key, unseen spirits, now speak to me. A series of questions that I have written down to ask the spirits. Lighting in these eyes, I didn't do too bad reading from that book. A lot better than I thought I was going to do.
Will you give me some tea?
All right. What lingering emotional imprint remains from the first wooden asylum that burned in 1857?
Sorry. I'm not even on the camera.
So what's interesting is last time I was in this room reading cards, I got the King of Swords, and I just got it again.
Consistent.
All right. So what I'm seeing here is with the King of Swords, it's inverted.
I'm having.
And I also have the Lovers, which is inverted. I also have the Hangman, which is inverted. And I promise you the deck isn't all in one direction, just sitting upside down, so they're all inverted. So this is an actual sign here. The King of Swords represents that there was a figurehead here, someone who held power, and someone, and they exercised diplomacy very poorly, which caused bad relationships all around, hence the inverted lovers, to the point where there was sacrifice. And in that inverted hangman, I'm going to say that the place burning down was sacrificed. Not sacrificed in the sense of like Indiana Jones, you know, like at a temple sacrifice, but there was a level of mismanagement that I'm seeing, and that mismanagement was causing a level of turmoil to the point where the place burned down. You know, how it burned down, you know, it's, what, 150 years ago, so it's irrelevant now, but that's what I'm seeing in these tarot cards, behind the meanings of them. Is there any spirits that are here that would like to show themselves or allow themselves to be detected? Anybody here that can validate what I'm saying, validate what the cards are claiming?
No, not yet. I feel like I'm seeing like wisps every now and then behind me, but nothing that I can.
Gotcha.
And my mouth is freaking me out in it too. Because it literally looks like I don't have one, which is freaky. That's some symbolism there. Not having a mouth, not being able to speak.
Yeah.
That's
Tell you what, while I'm shuffling the cards, why don't you rattle off some names, yeah. If you've got
okay, first
enough
page. Okay, first name I saw was Harvey Helms. Let's go back.
Harvey Helms, are you here?
Find the oldest.
been one of you clearing your throats.
For those watching this video, we've got something behind us.
Oh, it's the clicking.
Like it's standing on the boundary too.
When it was activating his sensor and you could hear it like moving up and down, and I was like, what is that clicking? Because it kind of sounded like somebody was walking, but I was like, that's not what the sound is.
Are you? There's no way the first name, like that's no. I'm gonna try to find the oldest date. Are you leaving? You can come closer. Can you step out of the way of that device for a second and stop making the noise?
Oh no, it's facing out there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's just, it's flicked some lights on the outside instead of the inside. I think that's the only. That's still, it hadn't gone off since I set it up.
So it's Harvey, what was his name?
Harvey Helms.
Harvey Helms.
And that's literally, like, I just picked a random, it was the first name I saw. Dude, and I feel like it got colder in here too.
Go ahead and reset it.
It's just, it's beat the lighting system, yeah. If it was any of the other ones, I would have reset over.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's that corner is weird.
There's something off with this corner.
Does it sense temperature or anything, or is it strictly distant? Like,
Ultrasonic, so it's ultrasonic, so it bounces sound waves up and waits for the return and then assumes the distance. And so when you set it up, it automatically does a scan of the distance.
Is it showing what the distance is? Like,
I'll show you exactly where he says. See if it goes up and then see if the distance.
because if it showed it at like 3 feet as opposed to 13 feet, that would tell us something.
I think something's over there.
It's really going down.
Oh, that was Brian's.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not trying to blind you. I'm just. Oh, is the laser gonna mess with it?
27 inches.
So it's
That's only
hovering
50
right
feet,
there, yeah. Can you move your hand closer to the device and change the number on it?
Here's what look at the number. 52. 60, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70.
So it's moving away. Yeah, I keep seeing them like on the table.
I literally watched the number just
Wow. Climb.
107 and then it disappeared.
Like it went up through the ceiling and like, oh, I'm gonna go to the next floor.
From 20, and when I looked at it, 50, and then we keep going from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 60, all the way through all the numbers.
So 107, quite the ceiling up, or you get pretty close?
Well, see, it's not, so its theoretical maximum is 120. But I've got it set to scan like 6 inches. Whatever it detects, it's going to scan about 6 inches on this side to try and avoid false positives. Does anyone have the...
That might have been you. You were like right there. I think you waved your hand just close enough.
Follow me?
Maybe you could have picked up your hand and you just.
Yeah.
I've only got 8 more questions to ask. So,
Yes, right.
so hey, that's all right. This is why we're here for.
Do we know who ran in the beginning? Do they know all that?
I don't. But to be fair, it may not be Harvey. It may actually be that inverted king that just showed up.
One would that? I mean, I would say that probably indicates a man was running things, right?
Oh, guaranteed.
These are all 1900s. I'm like trying to find one 1800. There's gotta be some, right? Ooh, 1899.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't.
He said it was going away up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crawler.
How about he was in the basement? Branch that way.
Yeah, there's only that one 1800 in here.
No, that's fantastic that you've got an old Polaroid camera for that. That's genius. I never would have thought of that.
We tried a disposable.
For Jared to get back before we ask the second question. All right. About to ask the next question.
I feel like there's
What
a couple
unseen
of the
force
laser
watches
points that are
over the
weird.
original foundation that still supports the 1899 building?
Like I noticed it. Or
We would ask this question of
like on my end. Like it.
Oh.
Like
Sorry, hold on. Charles Crowley.
Mr. Crowley, Charles
Behind
Crowley,
him.
would you please
I was on this side.
enlighten us as I read the cards
Down that way. It almost
over
looks
what
like-
unseen force watches over the original foundation that still
Did you record
supports the 1899
I think
building?
it's on TikTok.
I drew death.
But it looked like something like it would like
Well, it was partially shooting on him too.
like the dead space in between.
Nothing like drawing the death card during a seance.
Like the lasers would stop, like you could see it in the middle.
You know, and in the traditional tarot deck, you know, the death card doesn't, it means transformation, the end, changing cycles and stuff, but given what we are doing,
Oh, that's
I really have a hard time investing in that. I feel like the death card here in this environment that we are doing here does actually
Mean death.
Death energy is present.
Well, I mean, we have a book of almost 1,000 names here.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Absolutely.
What up, Floki? Bet you that guy
Sorry.
looks familiar.
Here.
That's what I was going for when I said Mr.
I could read chat. It's going, man. We're just going through some.
So, in the Hermetic Kabbalah, I'm looking at the inverted 8 of
With,
wands.
as you see, daily hermetic.
And the wands represents, the 8 of wands represents crisis.
Doesn't start getting. This is where it gets spicy. You'll see.
Given what we know about this place, and given that we've gotten the death card,
He's got one.
the previous
I think
one
it was the
talked
third
about the
question
building
when
that
he-
burned down before, how it was very chaotic, very poorly run. It doesn't look like
They'll hear you.
when they rebuilt
Oh.
the asylum that it started.
Yeah, we're
off
going through
on the
footage
right
from
foot to
our
do better the
investigation at
second
Randolph
time around.
County.
And with the 4 of Cups, that represents stability and structure. And what that's done is built a foundation of death, another foundation of chaos, a foundation of crisis. Hence, the book of 1,000 names of people who have passed here. Are there any spirits present that would like to make themselves known to try to validate this? Mr. Charles.
Which one was that? Oh my gosh. Well, and I just had a thought too. Anybody who lived here was living in a state of crisis anyway. It was literally a poor farm. Like, they took the worst of the suffering in the community. Like, everybody here was in that state.
That's absolutely correct, yeah.
Right?
The timing of what? Oh.
We'll move on to the third question now.
Yeah, I think this is when he stops.
What truth about the suffering here has never been acknowledged by the living? What
Sorry.
truth about the suffering here has never been acknowledged by the living?
I'm trying to do little crunches.
So I'm looking at the inverted Queen of Pentacles, the inverted Magician, and the King of Wands. At least the King of Wands is upright. So when I see the Queen of Pentacles, that represents typically upright would be a queen who would help, who was in a position of power to help those she was, ruling over, presiding over. Being inverted, that tells me that the people that were living here were being neglected.
King of Swords.
No, it's Queen of Pentacles, and
The
he's like,
inverted
this
magician.
tells me that
Those
the people here were
that
being
had
neglected,
the
and that's when it
power
beeped
to
yes.
do something about
Oh.
it did not.
So he got King of Swords like 3 times that night. He did it on his own during the seance, and then when he did his solo too.
Fluky knows. Matt and them were talking about it yesterday.
Oh.
Matt was with yesterday. Sorry, Daily Hermetic. But I think this is his first time seeing the seance.
And the King of Wands in the Kabbalah represents Hakma, which is represents domain in the Sephiroth and the Kabbalic Tree of Life. So the magician neglected their duties here in the domain of Randolph County Asylum. The inverted queen shows they got no help or did not receive the help that they were supposed to get here at Randolph County Asylum. And is there any spirits present that would like to step forward and validate this?
Can you make any of these devices go off?
Can you go turn off that TV?
Would you mind taking that yes/no responder and moving it over there to the left corner behind us? Not close, but like back a little bit.
Yeah,
From,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit's corner. I don't know if I'm even doing this right. Should I be closer?
Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it kept
Gazing
switching.
and like meditation as you gaze into it. But at the same time, if you happen to see something move behind you,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just as cool. So.
When I keep
Unless
break,
you're on solo.
I'm also like I have not been holding my gaze. I've been looking up.
Right.
So
right.
very good
Ow.
at getting in the meditative state.
Hello, thanks for joining. We're just going through haunted footage from our investigation at Randolph County. Currently in the midst of a little seance.
There's no Harvey Hinklemeyer. There's Harvey Cantrell and Harvey Helms. Those are the only Harveys.
Those are the only Harveys. Nice.
Harvey what? What was the last
Harvey
one?
Helms.
Harvey Helms.
Or there's Harvey Cantrell.
Harvey Helms, was that you?
Honestly, you could go through the alphabet and just be like, does your name start with A? B, and wait for it to light up. I mean, yeah, that'd be.
Second letter.
Well, I mean, heck, what, like, that TAPS method that, what's his daughter's? Yeah.
All right, next question. What energy lingers from the slaughterhouse and the butchering practices on this site? What energies still linger from the slaughterhouse and butchering practices on this site?
You guys gotta stop moving around.
Nope.
They're all inverted, and I swear this is a mixed bag. I didn't go through. So.
Is this when he gets freaked? I think this is when he gets freaked out.
Once again, we're back to the energy in this place, especially back then when they were operating in the early days of the old wooden asylum, the early days of.
See, he was just using tarot cards and his alchemy board.
Going back to what we read about the foundation.
The alchemy board was pretty cool, though.
Still supports this.
Glad you're still here.
The inverted seven pentacles.
I just suck at streaming. I'm just in the zone.
For workmanship, dishonesty, corruption, setbacks. The inverted Six of Cups is a lack of generosity.
Show me what
Six
you
is
got.
supposed to represent balance and harmony, but being inverted, looking at out of balance, disharmony, and the King of Cups, and to even support that, the King of Cups represents balance himself, and it is inverted, also supporting, validating the inverted Six of Cups as well. There were emotional imbalances, toxic attachments to this place. And I mean, granted, emotional imbalances, this is an asylum, so no duh. But that's what's manifesting in these cards, is just one bad scenario after another. At least in the, as far as, 100 to 150 years ago, this place wasn't being ran on the up and up. And when I talked about earlier when the King of Swords, that I got it last year when I was here. That kind of
On his
supports the
first draw,
that was a
yes,
reoccurring
I believe
card.
so.
That, people with power, and that's still today, but back then it was even more so because it was hard to watch for those sort of things,
And expose it.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't live in a surveillance state then. The government would issue money to have, like asylums built, and they went to certain people that they entrusted to do things right, and I'm just not seeing it here in the cards. And I'm just not seeing that they treated people here very well. Is there any spirits here that would like to comment on that? Elaborate on that? Harvey Helms? Harvey Helms, you seem to know a lot about this place.
It's like you got the King of Wands, then the King of Cups, and then the King of Swords.
I was just getting ready to ask, yes.
Yes, and he just
Just
kept
do
every
another
time
random
he
page.
was getting the keys, it was always reversed.
Do a
So
random page and then just
he's
put
just
your
like
finger
the
down on it.
energy there was just very wrong and manipulative and
Ooh, Elizabeth Girton, November 1903.
Elizabeth Girton, who passed in 1903. Please
yeah, he
stand
got
up.
King of Swords like 3
Please
different
stand
times
up.
throughout the night. Please stand up. Please stand up. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really. Is he? Well, you said there was a lag, so I don't know if he's where we are or if.
TikTok's pretty good. It's Facebook Live that lags pretty good.
Okay, and that's why I was like, I don't know what card, like what draw you're on. I'm sorry.
Do any spirits still believe they are required to work here? Are there any spirits active in this place that still believe they are required to work here? Are you showing up? Are you being active in this plane of existence because you feel you are required to work here?
What's he doing? What's he just staring at me? What's he doing? No.
I think he usually does that when he's just listening and looking around, looking behind you.
I feel like he's looking right into my soul. Oh yeah, and all in reverse too. That was what was so ominous, is everything was inverted and this is when it switched, because I had my dowsing rods and they were pointing right at both of us. I wish I would have gotten. Woo. Sorry. Wish I would have gotten that on. Like, we just gotta position the camera better.
Flipping over more tarot cards with this. We got the Nine of Cups.
Huh?
Inverted, of course, because that's what every
Okay,
card
shit.
is in this deck, is inverted. And the imagery on this shows a man seated in power with his arms crossed.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
And with
I'm
that,
Slim
I
Shady.
see,
The real Shady.
I see in that not only are there spirits still here thinking they're required to work, that there's some entity
Stream
still
Queen.
here who is in charge of watching them work, who is having them come here to
Just
work.
picking my teeth. Can you hear that?
And I've got the inverted Four of Wands, and the inversion of wands represents a resistance to change. So it's not only the, whoever was in charge, I don't know what they called them back then, foremen, supervisors, constables, I don't know. But whoever that person is making it hard for the spirits to pass because he's making them think that they have to come here to work. And if there's any spirits here, you do not have to remain on this plane to come work at the asylum. And the only upright card that I've got in the center is the Chariot, which represents domination and force, and that's what this inverted nine of
Yeah.
cups is representing, is that person, that entity that's making those spirits still work even after living. It's just a very strong power, and that may be what the inverted king that we're looking at, earlier, is representative of. Is there anybody here that would like to tell their
Yeah.
story?
The energy shifted for sure.
Let's activate one of these devices all around the circle to let us know that you're here. It very well could be that that nine, that person who's the dominant figure is keeping spirits from communicating. He may not like it. He may not like being outed. And that may fall back to the question we had before of what's not being acknowledged by the living is the fact that the dead are still being bullied to have to work here.
It was yes when you were talking about that, so.
Thank you.
I get a little excited every single time Matt moves because I'm like, oh, that's a big shadow. Just kidding.
Now this next question, I should have actually brought dice here. I don't know. I'm going to ask the question. I'm not sure how this is going to get answered. But how many of the approximate 500 souls buried here remain unrested and active? How many of the approximately 500 souls
See, I wish I would have
buried
seen
here
his
remain unrested?
his stream about that whole interaction.
Stream queen.
No, the Hermetics. What?
I was kidding.
Oh.
The 9 of Cups description in that sign. Yeah, she's the tarot kid, not me.
Well, but like I wouldn't know, like even like dude, I would just love to get into his brain.
I'm now seeing in the
Cause like the
cards,
level of depth that
we've
he
got the
reads
King of
at.
Swords again, and now
King
he's
of Swords.
upright. He's upright facing me,
What's it about?
and he is the center dominant card on the board.
So initially he kept getting King of Swords come up
Is
because he
the
asked
Tower
like
card inverted.
what needed to be acknowledged or what
The
wasn't.
Tower means many
How did he word
things,
it?
but destruction is.
But
one
basically
of them. And
he
with
was
King
under
of
the
Swords
impression that
facing
whoever
me,
was running Randolph was
I almost feel
misusing
like
their
that
power
card's a
and
direct threat to
manipulating it, and
To the
that's where the
right
inverted
is
comes in.
The Two of Swords, which represents the two represents.
Sorry, I'm trying to like listen and
being able to receive messages from usually like dreams, animals, but from spirits, and so that's why I say I've got the King of Swords
Just
facing me.
whoever
with
was
the
running
message
Randolph
of
is
the
who the King of
inverted
Swords
power.
represents. We don't know who like
What's
the
showing
key
is a
figurehead
direct
was,
threat
but
to me.
we're just under the impression that they obviously
entity
abused
that
and misused their power.
Then commanding, bullying, forcing the spirits to continue to work even after, even in death. I don't think he likes what we're doing here. And it goes back to the question of what is still happening here that's not being acknowledged by the living.
Oh no, my phone's not. How responsible is she?
Pointed right at you and right at me, and they will not move.
I wish I'd actually seen Hermetics conversation about the whole thing because, well, just his knowledge of tarot. I want to be in his brain sometimes.
I can't get him to like.
Well, and it was funny because at this point too, so I had my dowsing rods while he's doing the reading, and when it shifts and he's like, dude, he's like, it's coming for me. The dowsing rods literally were straight at him and straight at me, and you can see me trying to, like, because I could not get them to reset. They were just locked on both of us.
I've reset him like twice, and it keeps. No, it's like because he kept saying, it's like it felt like a threat, and it just kept pointing to him and to me.
You guys are the safe ones outside.
So is Gap did he say it was an infernal entity? I'm not even sure. But yeah, is that what kept throwing the King of Swords, or was that just who was messing with him all night? Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, because he's like, I know somebody's going to be fucking with me, and oh shit, I shouldn't say that. Shit. Oh my god. See, I am not. I can't do this.
Yeah, to quote Bill Paxton in Aliens, with those things crawling around in here, you can count me out, man. You know what I'm talking about. All right, next question. What message do the unclaimed and the unembalmed wish to deliver?
That's a deep question, though. He had such good questions.
This is interesting. I got the levers. Again, that's the second time it's shown it this evening, although it's upright. Pentacles, which we've also gotten. And the inverted Nine of Wands.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So which runes did you pull?
Getting a little personal.
Or are you like a dumper and reader?
And I think it knows it.
I don't even know if that makes sense. I'm just intrigued by the rune reading.
Because my wife and I are currently separated, and that King of Pentacles is talking about working on our marriage, which we're trying to work it out. But that inverted Nine of Wands, it represents misinformation, resistance to change. It also, the Nine itself represents, and the Kabbalistic Tree of Life represents entropy, which is decay. And so I'm sorry to have shared that here in this scenario. But what's interesting is Friday night when I was doing a live with a friend of mine on TikTok. I had him read runes, and he said there was going to be an entity here, and he claimed it was going to be an infernal entity that was going to mess with me. And
Oh, it messed with him. That's for sure.
I feel like this is
It messing with you.
manifesting now. Yes.
And it's my doubts and
Yeah.
are saying yes too.
So, I tell you what, I'm going to
I admire
stop
that
this
he
line-
was
the line of
that,
questioning, because I don't
like,
think I
wise
think
enough
whatever
though
has
to realize that it
manifested
had
has-
shifted
is
to
going be very
more
malicious
personal
towards us
and
in the answering,
was like,
the
I
way
need to
these
get away
cards are
from
being
this.
answered. So, with that, I'm gonna. Yes, quit asking questions.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to read some closing mantras and then close this out, and we'll be done with this session for this evening.
So, okay. So I understand that was kind of his challenge, but what exactly, how
Right. The
did
closing of
you
the
guys
asylum's
determine
gate. Voices
a
fade
doctor?
and shadows cease.
a doctor
Return to silence, return to peace.
at an
By the
asylum?
balance of mind and the cosmic.
But yeah, how
all,
did you
rest now
determine that it
again
was
beneath this
Gap?
hall.
That's what I'm
Lantern
curious
low
about.
and candle
Dude, that's
pale.
freaking wild though.
Anubis now strengthened the
doctor?
veil by hermetic word and measured breath. This gate is closed to life and death.
Yes, please do. Please do explain, because I want all the info. And I just I love the rune readings. The comments are going to be a bit long. That's cool. We got time. I like a good story. Sorry, and I am also very bad at actually keeping up with the chat. I keep getting distracted and
I'm going to read a mantra for spirit vanishing. As above, so below, energy bend where I go. All spirits wandering through the veil must heed the words of the spell. By hermetic will, awaken sight. I claim command of Keter's light. Sephiroth's law now move through me. I bind all harmful entities. By toss magic, I decree all hostile spirits. I banish thee. By ancient laws and mystic flame, return to silence, whence you came. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We can turn the lights on now.
a surface astral check? How do you do that? That's freaking cool.
My camera can actually see what's happening now.
That'd be
Which
cool if we got some
pictures?
recording.
Of hermetic or of the site?
Yes, that was daily hermetic. That was in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, that was.
Oh.
Somebody was like, is that daily hermetic? Yes, it is. Yes, it is daily hermetic.
So, I mean, I'm assuming that,
That's
these
you.
kind of entities can move from site to site. So, is he there permanently, or was he just there? Because Hermetic was there. Yes. Yes, what? I just said a lot of shit, dude. Yes. I'm so aware of my breathing. I wish I could. wish I could request up. What does that mean? What?
Those are really good questions, though. Like, those were so good.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know how to.
I didn't like when I left. I thought, man, I should have grabbed my wedding ring because I don't want them to pick up on that.
That's all. Yo, you need me to move?
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us, though. That's. I'm sorry, that sucks.
Like stream through TikTok Live.
Hope you guys are able to work it out.
Which I could probably do that.
Man, this is straight up iced coffee.
No to date. No to date.
Yes to the pictures.
Oh, like it's not. It wasn't just following daily romantic
yeah,
around.
well, we
so
had
you think
3
it's
out
attached
there.
to the site.
These two, and one over there.
Mine are all red, so I'm all easy to tell.
I need to get a different color.
Oh, we need some blue balls.
I believe this one was the one we swapped out. I think this is actually
Yeah.
your
Yes,
guys's.
your other ones over here.
Okay. Okay. Well, so like, do you think there's any connection to
By the way,
the
I have to
rumors
say
of
that was cool.
Brian?
That was so cool!
I do have Discord.
But yeah, I didn't know if. Oh my gosh, I
Yes.
just lost my.
Just so you know that,
I think this needs charged.
so you know, this doesn't last long.
Yeah.
I
Both of
can't
mine
hear
are
you.
dead.
Mine are dead too.
I'm like, I'm trying to think, and all I can hear, all I hear is myself in my head. But it was from that. Oh my gosh. So, do you think there's a connection between the Gap entity and the crawler that's supposedly downstairs? Because if he's a shifter, can he also?
I can't.
What? Oh my god.
He's gonna call. You can ask. You can ask the questions then. Sit there.
Switch seats again.
Get out of my spot. Okay. Let's pull up Disco. You know what? We're gonna go to the chatting screen real quick. Oh, hey, you're good. You're good. You're good, Floki.
I was just trying to like formulate a thought, and I couldn't because there was too much chaos on the screen.
Yeah, she's saying, does the Gap and the crawler have anything to do with each other? Do. Floki, we're Hollow Heathens Paranormal. That.
Still a little disappointed we didn't see
How do I share my profile? Oh, it won't let me do anything because I'm streaming. All one word? Yes. It's Hollow Heathens Paranormal. All one word. It might work. Copy. Stand by.
I mean, it's literally just you and him, and then you could just.
I mean, technically I could bring you into the live. Like I said, I don't really have much. I mean, that's not counting Facebook and... Oh, dude, I'm all over the place. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Kick, I'm on...
How are you seeing all the different?
I'm not. That's the thing. Add me. What you got? Floki Fenderson. Floki, but Floki's. I'm trying to think if that's a Viking, the Viking from the Viking show, and I spelled Fenrir. It is. I fucking knew it. Never seen it. I spelled it. There's no E. Yeah, I spelled Floki wrong. Is that a space? Okay, apparently I'm not good at it. Oh. Apparently I'm not good at searching people. Oh. Oh, add friend. Do do do. Tell me if that worked. Oh, I know it's an underscore.
It does look like there's a little space.
It looks like there's a little space between the underscore and Fenrirson. Doo 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 doo. And now let's see if I can remember how to do calls. The call button. Alright, let's see. It probably won't let me. Hang on. I'm not very good with Discord. Like, dead ass. So give me a second to figure all this out. Alright.
There we go.
We were contacting each other.
Listen, you gotta figure out the right way to hit it, and you know all that fun stuff. No, I get it. So, long story short.
You're the one that's gonna
huh?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think because you're streaming, the camera's not coming through on your end, but that's okay. That's fine because I can see you. I can still see you guys. It's all good. Like I have I have the live going, but I turned down the volume so that way there's not an echo. So, no. So I got a reading specifically from Daly.
Okay.
Double checking what was all going on. He wanted to get kind of a understanding as far as what's going on, everything along those lines, so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah.
So I did the read. I won't go into too much of the read because number one, I generally can't remember all of the aspects of the read. As soon as I do a read, I let it go. But I do remember the events. So I did the read. There was going to be some things that were coming up that I felt were, hey, FYI, shit's going to go down. But I wasn't sure exactly what. And me being the kind of person that I am, I'm not just satisfied with just keeping it just as is. So I was like, okay, I need the location. Give me the location of where you're at, because there's more to this than I'm getting. Told me the location. I verified with the state and everything along those lines. And then what I did was I pulled up the images that are just on the internet of the location. Okay. And I started scrolling. Just kind of not so much looking at the pictures, but like trying to go into the moment that those pictures were taken and trying to get a read on the energy.
Okay.
Swear to every fucking god that is ever in existence. One of the pictures lit up, and all I got was basically what came as like the closest thing I could say was like a manifestation of an overgrown imp. Like you know the imps that you get like on the pop culture kind of shit.
Yeah, those are not
but overgrown
cute creatures.
In this case, this motherfucker was not cute. Did not have the wings, but was like giving me the imp vibe, and I started testing it. Not testing it per se, but like checking its energy, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm familiar with this type of energy. This is infernal as fuck. And so I'm thinking, okay, so if it's infernal, that means that there's something specific that is probably named, or at least somewhat named. Yeah. So I actually have a deck called the Oracle of Heaven and Hell that I use for my personal shit. And I just started going through the cards.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm still just learning the Infernals by name. I don't know what all they do. I don't know everything along those lines. But I got resources that help. So mind you, keep in mind, this is baseline before I had any further information about this. I was going off of intuition and sight and what I saw. So I started looking through the cards. And I started looking through... I got it near out of the, I don't know, how many cards are in this fucking deck? Like, there's a shit ton. I think it's like 70 some odd cards.
Okay.
I narrowed them down to 2. And when I narrowed them down to 2, then I basically, again, did what I jokingly refer to as a resonancy check.
Okay.
And did a little quick check to see, okay, which energy is more akin to this? And I did it, and I'm like, okay, this is Gap, and it's Gaap was the guy's name. So then I was like, okay, I know absolutely nothing about Gap. I know nothing about this entity. I need to do research. So I literally reached up because I have a book called The Dictionary of Demons, Names of the Damned by M. Bellinger. And so I went to this, and by the way, it's a pretty extensive fucking dictionary, if I do say so myself. Yeah. It's fucking good. So I looked at it, and I pulled up the name of Gap, and I'll read to you the section that I was telling you about in the comment section, because this is, now that I'm not limited by character count, now you get to actually hear what I hear.
Yeah.
It says as follows according to this. I'll read the sentence before so that way you have the context. In the Goetia, he is said to appear where the sun is in certain southern signs. Doesn't say which signs. When he assumes human form, he appears as a doctor, and he is said to be an excellent doctor in quotations of women, causing them to burn with love for men. Gap is also credited to being as mighty a demon as the infernal king Beleth. It also says prior to this that according to the Goetia of the Goetia of Dr. Rudd, it suggests that his real title should be king, but he's otherwise presented as a president or a baron, basically, or duke. Excuse me.
Like a Duke of Hell.
Yeah, basically. He's one of the individuals that's mentioned in the Goetia as well as numerous other elements. So all I told him at that point was I said, okay, there is going to be a possibility. I said I could be wrong and I could be off. There is a possibility that this entity is going to try to fuck with you. But at that point, because my spiritual guide stepped in, I got put under a gag order.
Oh, shit.
And I was told I can't say hardly anything about this.
You don't want to interfere with it, just...
Didn't want to interfere with it, and I also didn't want... Because whatever this was had to be a point. Now... I had a really good idea that this was probably going to happen. I'm pretty familiar with him. He's a good friend of mine. But I wasn't 100% sure, but but my intuition told me that something like this was going to happen. So I was like, but basically for the sake of the gag order, I couldn't say anything. I knew it was going to test him in some way. I knew it was going to come at him sideways. This was going to happen. I knew that for a fact. And that was part of him building up the kind of person that he is and getting better. So I pretty much kind of let go about it. I let things be, and I kind of just meander about my week. A couple days before we went live, I get a message from him, and he goes, "Dude, holy shit, your runes were right."
Huh.
And I'm like, "What?" And so we broke it down, and then once he had gone through with it, then I could tell him, yeah, I already knew.
Yeah.
I knew that it was going to come at him some way personally, because that's what Infernals do.
Yeah.
Specifically, they are both accusers and tempters simultaneously, and depending on what you bring to the element of the table, is generally what they will target. With it being referring to Randolph County, from what I got, the entity so it's weird, and I know this is going to sound weird. From my understanding, these entities don't act in a linear time frame that we do.
Yeah.
They're able to pop in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
However, what I will say is that the amount of familiarity that I sensed from Gap, and more specifically, the comfortability that he was in that place.
Yeah. He spends a lot.
Yeah, he was definitely a frequent visitor.
Yeah. And all I can think about is like Lulu, and I'm like the thing you said about like him being a doctor to women. I'm like, you literally had so many vulnerable women in that. Dude, I'm gonna start crying. Like that's all I can think about is I'm like, how many vulnerable women were in that place? And I'm like, that probably was like a magnet for his energy.
More than likely, as well as magnets for other energies like that. Now, the crawler that you mentioned that's in the basement, that in and of itself is a different entity entirely. Yeah. I do have a question for you regarding the crawler.
Well, and we like the crawler to us is mere it's pure speculation and rumor. We had no direct interaction or contact with it. We've just heard all these people like, oh, there's a crawler downstairs. It's gonna so it's just one of those things. Like we've built it up in our mind, but like as we were doing the seance stuff, like it just kept. I'm like, oh my gosh, is it the crawler?
I have a question for you guys, and this is just coming from my interpretation. Okay. While you guys were there, and I know this isn't the first time, but
well, this was our first time at Randolph.
Oh, this was your guys' first time at Randolph? Oh, perfect.
Yes.
I think it was I was confusing you with Daly, and I didn't realize you weren't the same crew that he was running with when he was first here.
Yeah, Spectrals had been there before. Yes, so like Jared and Matt had been there before, but it was our first time investigating there.
Got you. So then actually you'll be able to answer this question from a little more of an unbiased perspective.
Okay.
There is only one way that I can really ask this, and it's going to sound fucking weird.
Okay.
But did the energy inside of the asylum feel slimy? Like there was like some, like, if you could put a color and a picture to it, it would almost be like kind of like a black slimy ooze that was kind of on certain parts of the wall.
Swampy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in certain parts, I would not overall. No, like what kind of energy? Like, did it feel slimy in there? Like,
it would have been black.
We're also so new to it that
part of us
is like, and also a lot of these sites, like they have got people constantly coming in and out and like, so we're just like, is it just a luck of the day and we're just not there on the right day when the energy is as wonky as it can be?
Generally speaking, generally if it was what I was thinking it was, it wouldn't matter the day. You'd still be able to sense it.
Yeah, no, it did not feel dark or anything there. I mean, obviously, like, there were probably a couple of areas that felt darker, but overall the building didn't feel evil or like it didn't feel
No, and it
gross
wouldn't
or
have been
slimy
evil. It
or
would have just
anything
been.
like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been evil. It would have been icky. Like, ew. Okay.
Like it had its moments. And
I don't know about neutral. It's it's heavy. Just because I mean like there's so much history and trauma and so I
Right.
mean like it's not like you're frolicking through a field of flowers. Like it obviously has its own like yes, it has its own feeling, but I don't know that I would go as saying like I felt slimy or like weird walking through there. I truly like there were a couple of parts where I was just on edge, but no, I did not feel anything.
It didn't feel like it was compressing your chest where it was taking your breath away. But it was more, for me, from my experience, it was more of like, how I would say, like, you were, I'm trying to think how I would say that. Like, I wasn't like tense, but I was more like I was breathing heavy, but it was more, I wasn't like.
Did it feel like you were kind of carrying? Did it feel like you were kind of carrying like a knapsack? Yeah. Did it kind of feel like you were carrying like a kind of heavy knapsack on your shoulders and you were having to exert a little more energy?
Did it feel like you were carrying a knapsack on your shoulders and you had to like exert more energy to just be in there? I mean,
By myself?
yeah, I mean yes, on solos, yes.
You're going by yourself through that? Yeah, it kind of feels like you're
Okay.
constantly looking over your
So-
shoulders because you know,
But also that's just
power
the
they just gain that power to go through it. It's like, oh, here's the
Right.
basement stairs. I don't want to go down there.
one. There's also just like what part of that, how much of that is just like your own vulnerability and fear, and how much is actually or an entity or
It was mainly my own self that was psyching myself.
Okay.
Malicious.
it was more
No, that's
like,
good at least.
it was more sad than anything. Like I was honestly kind of like, and I tell him like, not that like we want to go to these sites and have the actual like shit scared out of us, but I'm like I kind of feel like that's what it's going to take though, because we're both so like one, we've noticed like we go into all of these sites very like guarded, like so truly like the full day before we go anywhere I am doing a lot of like shielding and like I am truly putting up all the walls, so I'm like I don't know if that's part of the problem too, like I'm just going in so guarded that I'm not.
No, I think that's actually a smart move. So whenever going into a space like that where you're not sure of what's going on or what entity could potentially come at you sideways, from my personal experience, it's always good to show up with. It's better to have than not need than need and not have.
Yeah.
In instances like that, especially when dealing with the metaphysical, the spiritual things along those lines. On the plus side, it's not, the crawler is not what I'm thinking it is, so that's a plus. I will say the crawler in and of itself is probably, with that being stated, and with all of the effects you guys, or the side effects you guys are picking up, I'm gonna give a wild stab in the dark and say that it's probably a form of a shade. Or an entity that is that at one point in time was a human person, if that entity exists. So if the attestations of the crawler are true, that's probably going to be what it is. It's probably a shade, a leftover remnant of a human entity.
Yeah, like a twisted manifestation of
Yeah.
their trauma,
So
even. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. So what ends up happening with a shade specifically is that
They didn't. I don't feel like they said it charged them though. They said they just sat and watched it.
I've heard
Yeah.
accounts like from other in groups,
Oh.
from other groups that said they've
That it
watched,
charged them?
They've watched that shadow go from the end of the hallway, like start
Yep.
at the bottom of the hallway, climb up the wall into the ceiling,
No, no, no! I would
Yep.
immediately evacuate my bowels.
Yep. So no, that is definitely some of the effects of a shade. So
see, but like at the same time, I'm like, I would have killed to see that, like to actually
Right.
like. Ah!
So basically, so in many different cultural attestations, there's also the numerous parts of the soul. So like usually, the numbers range from 4 parts of the soul to like 9, 10, depending on what culture you derive it from. But it's basically, in essence, there's parts of the individual soul that make up the whole. The shade specifically, I generally use the Norse interpretation of the soul because I find that that's actually the more what I feel is the more best way to describe it. Yeah. So it's what's referred to as the hugger, or the conscientious thought, that has not been able to go back to the body. Now the longer it ends up sitting, the more that shade ends up going in. Hey, Daily. Speak of the devil, up he jumps. No, I'm kidding. The more that a shade goes ahead and stays separate from moving on, it ends up manifesting into very toxic, very angry, a lot of the negative emotions that it carried with it to its life. It's like you take those negative emotions and you dial it up to like 100,000.
Yeah.
And that's what ends up inevitably happening with a shade. Some of them can be more aggressive. In fact, personal attestation, I dealt with a actual client who had a shade who, I kid you not, metaphysically pointed a pew-pew at her ribs and fired. And it was so bad and so strong of a manifestation, it left a bruise right on the rib cage where it happened. Yeah. No joke. There was 4 other... Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 other people that were actually present that actually witnessed that. It was nuts. So they can get to that extreme on that sort of thing. So no, going into a position like that with your shields up, definitely.
Which, yeah, I mean, I never will go into any of these sites without them, but it's just like, I literally have taught, I feel like after every single investigation, I'm like, am I like hindering us by like just filling with as much love and light as I can, and it's just like banishing everything around us?
No, because of the fact, so I used to think that I did that.
Yeah.
And the investigation that I was on with Daily, that we actually first went live together, proved me otherwise. So no, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with their ability to actually move around and how much of a stir you are, because the bigger a place like that, especially with history, the more of a, hey, guess what? I'm gonna poke the beehive now, and then of course everything wakes the fuck up.
Yeah.
So no, it's you're doing the right thing by going in there, and it's not really affecting it, because if they want to make it themselves known, they'll make themselves known. With or without your shields. Your shields will only go ahead and go around you and others with you that you shield underneath that, but that doesn't affect or stop them from going ahead and actually participating in the fun, so to speak.
Dude, that's wild, though.
Oh yeah, fun stuff.
I'm gonna have to read up on some of that. That's so cool, though.
No, and again, one of the things that I deal with quite frequently is non-human persons. So I deal with like the infernal, I deal with the angelic, I deal with spirits and things along those lines that may or may not have been human, but turn into like non-human persons or more than human persons. Yeah, no, so yeah, that's the whole story of Gap and all that.
That's so wild, though. Like, I am so happy that we actually got to be a part of that whole. I'm saying seance, but yes, yeah, I basically was a seance. because it like his questions were just so spot on, and then
Right.
the way he reads the cards, he just I want to
No,
get in
like
his brain.
I've been in like trust me, I've actually dealt with some like professional readers and Daily Hermetic. Yes, buddy, I know you're still in the chat. I'm gonna pump you up a little bit. No, Daily is an absolute beast when it comes to those cards. So the fact that he was able to pick those up, the fact though is interesting on that same topic. The fact that 2 other kings came out prior to the King of Swords.
Oh yeah, I
That
feel like over the course of the evening, he had all of them come through.
Hmm.
All the kings.
Oh, yeah.
And they were, I feel like they were all inverted, weren't they? Like everything,
Mm.
he kept getting those. And then he got it on his solo again, and that was wild.
Oh yeah, no, and like I also saw that energy shift. Daily, if you're still in the chat, the first sign that something went wrong, that something else was coming through, was that 9 of Cups reversed from the video. Because especially the way that he described it, it was the person that in that particular card set, it was a person that was sitting in a position of command.
Yeah.
Because lovely thing about tarot is the fact of the matter that just the meanings themselves can also change depending on not only its position, but also its deck.
Yeah. Oh.
What's that?
No, Brian said something and I didn't hear what he said, and he's ignorant. But yeah, no, and then like I love the way you guys did like the rune. I'm so fascinated. What?
No, I do. What's that?
We're reading Jen's messages and.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm casually talking through.
Yeah, he's having different conversations, and I'm only catching snippets of it. It's just.
Well, then I'm apparently catching the snippets of the snippets because, like, it's barely coming through the mic, and I don't want to cut him off on accident.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, dude, I'm sweating. Like full on sweating.
Listen, recording and streaming is not for the weak-willed.
It's not, and I am not usually even on the camera. I'm usually hiding in the other room.
No, I get that. But yeah, no, that was the entire story of Gap and how he showed up.
Well, that's
and also,
thank you for filling me in. And
yeah. And thank you guys. That was I actually appreciate that. If you need anything, just give me a holler. Let me know. I'll be able to do what I can.
Yeah, will do.
Sounds good. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
She's sweating, guys. She's sweating. Still in the comments. I'm glad you make it back. Bye, Michael. Michael's not. Filky's not leaving. Man, I was pumping you up. Yeah, right? We were just talking about you. You wasn't even in here. Oh, 100% more important than our chat. Old Timmy up here. No, you can't see Timmy. Bum, bum, ba-na-na-na. Wondering about Timmy. He's right there. There's Timmy. He watches over he guards the nerd cave. You're looking at the wrong chat. What up, Mads? Mad Paranormal? They're out of Kentucky? Oh shit! It's Boss Hog. What's up, dude? How's your haunted house? What? West Virginia? No, that's the guy that said he has this. That's the guy that said who's got the dresser that got thrown across the room in his house. One of the rooms they don't go into. Still haunted. Yeah, they had a Santa. I think was it a Santa Claus toy thing, like a Christmas decoration. The Santa Claus with no batteries would go off. Yeah, the one I said, hey, we got a spot to go investigate. And you're like, if it's demonic, I don't want it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Santa. See, I remember. Yeah, she won't. She says no. She says if it's demonic, we're not going. Demons are the least of the worry.
What's more concerning than demons?
The gods. I don't know. I feel like Thor keeps me. That's why I don't experience much in places, because I always ask Thor's protection. I always do a protection. If you didn't ask me, I probably wouldn't even be involved in this. Got some new mantras to combat after Randolph. I needed to up my game. I feel that. Yeah, it was a wild time for you. So many questions. She has so many questions. I should meet Ralph. You should meet Ralph, dude. Michael told me to bind him, so he's now in a handcrafted box under lock and key with a root. You have a possessed doll?
I have no interest in meeting Ralph with these.
Said shadow entities are worse.
Really?
How?
Okay.
See, now you're sparking interest and you left us. Oh. Well, here. She's back. She gotta talk louder.
Okay, what was the name of that play, too? Okay. Hold on, let him... You don't have desktop audio on.
Because I'm not playing it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so what my question was is, okay, so, like, obviously, everybody has, like, guardian angels, guardian spirits, like, spirit guides, whatever. Do you think we have our own assigned demons as well? Because oh my gosh, what was the... Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Okay, the play that I went to with Mom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what is the freaking name of it? I'm gonna have to go find the book and see what it... Oh my god, what is the name of the freaking book? That's gonna drive me crazy.
She'll be back.
But yeah, do you think we all have our own personal demons? Well, I mean, I know we all have... No, I know. Like, I know we all have, like, our personal demons, but, like, I'm very intrigued by the thought that, like, yeah, we have our own demons, too.
Like, oh, hey, here's your guardian angel and your demon.
Well, no, okay.
Buy one, get one.
No, but it's for real, because I've even seen, like...
She'll be back. It's on the charger. How about now? Did you guys hear her? Ooh, wow, that was rude of me. I'm messaging your Discord.
I gotta find out what that play was called.
Is there a moot? Is there a moot tonight? It is Saturday. It is a moot tonight. Whoops! missed the moot. Message from Floki Fenrirson. So, shadow entities are basically, they have the ability to appear anywhere at any time in any place. True. They have the ability to drain people's energy. True. Use them as basically true. To answer her question, it depends on what you work with. Angels are daemons, in the sense of the word demon is a derivative word of spirit. I work with infernals as well as.
Well, and that's kind of where my question was going, because I've seen like, well, I'll just say witchcraft accounts, basically saying like you can task your own personal demons with like orders of like protection or guarding, like. So I didn't know if that was something that tickled his fancy. You know what I mean?
Something to tickle his fancy.
Something that tickles his fancy. Oh my god. Okay. I have the freaking book.
She's gonna go grab the book. Appreciate the liking of the live likes. I appreciate you guys being here. Oh. I'd be looking at the wrong spot. I should be saying 2. I see 6 of y'all. Technically, yes, you can work with demons for protection and such. Correct. I just hunt ghosts. She's the spirit entity person. You don't have the book?
No. I'm trying to. Who wrote? No.
But tasking them is borderline
Well, and I mean,
slobbery.
Like, that's not something I would ever do. It's just one of. I didn't know if that was something he actually found valid or.
We were originally going through here. Daily Hermetic. We were just going over. We were just watching the seance. Time to go on to the next one though.
Video recording.
Not that one. Behind the scenes look. I think this is her doing her solo. Do 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 do. Oh, she's gonna appreciate that. Jennifer Daily and I will be Daily will be. Dude, again, I would love to go to Waverly. Would love to go to Waverly. I can't justify it. We've talked about this. I would love to go to Waverly. But as a mortgage payment for 2 nights. And who's gonna watch my kid? Where you at? Well, I can bring you out. We'll take you on a hunt sometime. We'll do our best. I mean, I know a couple cheap spots. Hell, Boss Hog got a haunted house with that throw shit. Bring your kid. I can't bring my kid. She's not old enough. And then I had to pay for 3 of them. For 2 nights. I'm excited. It's on my bucket. It's on our bucket list too, but God. Daly's like, just bring the kid. We were talking about Waverly. I was like, I can't bring the kid. She's not old enough. I mean, she could just sit in the well house and play video games all day, but they have an age. I know they have an age requirement. That's why I said she couldn't go. She's got about. No, for Waverly, she's probably got 9 to 10 years before.
What was the name of that?
What is it? 16 with a guardian? You're being censored.
Because of my cursing?
No, he's being censored. Just send it to Discord. I'll read your chat.
I know it's like the slime worm letters or something like that, but I can't. Slug. My Google's gonna be so confused.
This game is gonna be awesome. Oh, there he is. Going down. Technically,
Screw tape letters. Screw tape letters.
that's what it is. I'm in the land of potato. I know where.
I knew it was CS though.
You,
But yeah, no.
Jen, you were just in Idaho, weren't you? I think there's 2 hour tours. You could take at 13. We lied. Man, you need to do a live request so people can talk. I'm not on. Okay. If you guys can bear with me, if you can. Was that the Faust play?
What?
Was that the Faust play?
No. It's
No.
letters. It's C.S. Lewis. So it's basically like, I mean, it's heavily Christian, but it's an apologetic play where he basically is like he's writing from a demon's perspective. Yeah, screw tape letters. It was so good. I saw it at like last year. It was so good, but that was I was like, dude, like, if you actually have, like, yeah, it was just, it tickled my brain a little bit.
Apparently, I got a couple. I don't know how, but I got a blister. Yeah, he asked if it was, oh, it was Iowa. Okay, my bad.
Well, they're all from Iowa.
No, we're talking about,
No, like, Destination Fear, Sam and Cole, they're all from Iowa.
oh, yeah. No, Floki's from Idaho.
Did you know, was it Iowa? Iowa has the highest cancer rates in the U.S.
Interesting.
And, they also have the highest glyphosate usage in the U.S. Connection?
I think not! Coincidence? I think not!
Hi, baby!
Hi, baby! Oh, yeah, sorry. Bear with me. Let me stop the stream. Let me go live on TikTok, and then we can get people to join, okay? Give me a minute. Give me like 2 minutes. But until then, you're going to listen to this.